Hi, I'm Eric, a certified Ontario teacher with over 15 years experience teaching math, science, language, and more. In this lesson, you are going to learn how to multiply using partial products. Partial product multiplication will build on the skills you learned from the previous video in this series about using an area model to multiply. It will then lead you into the standard algorithm for multiplication. For more about multiplying using an area model or about the standard algorithm, click on the card up here to link to my video lessons. EJFullerton and EJFullerton.com, where class is always in session. Let's start with a 2-digit by 1-digit question. Let's try 58 multiplied by 4. I will show you a 2-digit by 2-digit example coming up soon, so stick around for that. Your first step, if it's not already done for you, is to rewrite the question with the larger number on top and the smaller number on the bottom, making sure that the ones and tens place value line up. So for step 1, we'll rewrite the 58 multiplied by 4, again with the 58 on top because it's larger and the 4 on the bottom because it's a smaller number, and our ones and our tens columns line up. Once that is done, our second step is to expand the multi-digit number by decomposing it into tens and ones. So another way to think of 58 is as 5 tens, or 50, plus 8 ones. And we can write the 4 below just so we are aware of all the parts that we are going to be multiplying. The third step is to use the distributive property to multiply all the parts of 58 by 4. I'm going to circle the number in the bottom right corner because that is always our starting point. Using the distributive property and starting with 4, I'm going to multiply 4 by 8 to get 32. Notice I'm writing the answer under here, and my ones and my tens place value continue to line up. Next, I'm going to multiply 4 by 50. Notice I'm multiplying 4 by 50, not 4 by 5 or 4 by 58, but 4 by 50. This is why it's important to write the numbers in expanded form off to the side. We know that 4 times 5 is 20, and since 50 is in the tens place, we add a 0 to get 200. Again, my ones, tens, and now hundreds columns line up. Ready for the fourth and final step? You now need to add your numbers together. So we are going to add 32 plus 200, and we get 232. So our question 58 multiplied by 4 is equal to 232. What did you think about that? Click on the card and answer the poll question. And while you're at it, if you haven't done so already, like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thanks, I appreciate it. Are you ready for one more example? Let's try a 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication question. Let's try 78 multiplied by 39. Even though you are multiplying 2-digit by 2-digit numbers, the steps will remain the same. If you want to try this example on your own, go ahead and pause the video. When you are ready, submit your answer on the card up here, then continue watching to compare your solution to mine. I'm going to work through this one a little faster, so make sure you pause and rewatch parts if you need to. Let's go. We'll rewrite the question with the larger number on top, so 78 on top, multiplied by 39 on the bottom, since 39 is the smaller number. Notice when I rewrote this question, I have the ones and the tens columns lined up. Now we can expand. We know that 78 is the same as 70 plus 8, and 39 is the same as 30 plus 9. It's really important to write this out in expanded form because later on, when we're multiplying all the parts of 78 by all the parts of 39, this is going to help us see what we're doing. I'm going to circle the number in the bottom right corner to remind myself that this is my starting place, and now I'm ready to multiply. So I'm going to start by multiplying 9 times 8. So 9 multiplied by 8, and I can see that over here, 9 times 8. and that is equal to 72. So I'm going to write this with my 1s and 10s continuing to line up. Next, I can multiply 9 by 70. So 9 multiplied by 70. And then if I look over in my expanded form, I can see that here too, 9 multiplied by 70. So 9 multiplied by 7 is 63. But since 70 is in the tens column, we need to add a 0 after the 63 to make this 630. Again, everything's lining up in my place value. Now I continue multiplying 30 by 8. So 30 multiplied by 8. Again, look over in the expanded form. We're multiplying 30 by 8. So 3 times 8 is 24. Since 30 is in the tens place, we need to add a 0, and we get 240. And finally, we're going to multiply 30 by 70. 30 by 70. And 30 by 70. 3 times 7 is 21. And then we have to add not 1 but 2 zeros because both 30 and 70 are in the tens place. So we add 1 0 for 30, 1 0 for 70. And so we get 2,100. Now that all our multiplication is done, we can add our four numbers together to get the final product. So 72 plus 630 plus 240 plus 2,100 is equal to 3,042. So the product of 78 multiplied by 39 is equal to 3,042. And there you have it, partial product multiplication. Did your solution match mine? If not, review this part of the lesson and see if you can find your mistake. Remember, making mistakes are all part of learning. Thanks for learning about partial product multiplication with me in this video lesson. Your next step is to use your knowledge to multiply using the standard algorithm. Click on the card to watch my standard algorithm lesson. If you haven't done so already, please like this lesson and subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss any great new learning videos. Remember to share this video with your friends and visit my website, EJFullerton.com, to download the free slides and notes from this lesson. See the link and more in the video description below. I'm Eric. Thanks for learning with me today. Until next time, take care and keep learning.